phyllo, phyllo, as you had said. However you choose to name it, it is delicious. And of course, it offers us an array of recipes to delve into. Sam Linsel is here to help us delve into something incredibly sweet by the looks of things. Morning, Sam. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm even better now because this is looking very exciting.
Yeah,
Lots
this is a
of
great
yummy
recipe.
ingredients.
And so,
we are making a phyllo twist.
yes, it's really a Moroccan serpent pie with apples and raisins, and it's lots of maple syrup and nuts to go with it. But
lovely.
first, we need to cook off the fruit. So we heat the water in a pot. We get that to the boil with some sugar. We're really just making a very simple syrup here.
Cool, so you're using a nice brown sugar. Any particular recommendations for the type of sugar you use?
You can use
when
white
boiling it
or brown sugar. It doesn't really matter
breaking
for
it
this
down
because we're
anyway,
really just going to cook it. We add the raisins first because we want them to plump up. So when your water's at the boil, we're going to be doing a little speed version.
Reconstituting
It reconstitutes them back to a nice plump juiciness. Once that's been boiling for a few minutes, we will add some cinnamon and some star anise.
Sorry, say that again?
Cinnamon and star anise.
Star anise.
Star anise gives us a lovely aromatic flavour.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Boil that up.
That's smelling good.
We're going to pretend that that's been boiling for 5 minutes.
Then
we add the apples. I'm using red Crips apples here because I love their slight tartness and they're great for baking. And then we just get that to the boil and boil it for about 8 to 10 minutes.
Okay, we don't want it to break down too much, and hence it's going to look like that.
When we finish, we've got something that looks like that, which we allow to cool slightly. Everything's infused and gone nice and soft and full of flavour. And then we strain out the juices, and we must just remember to pick out the star anise and the cinnamon. We don't really want to be eating on that.
Well, you don't have to skimp on whatever sugar you'd like to use. We could send you an entire Selati hamper. All you have to do is SMS the word Selati to 33728 and we'll send, or possibly send on that wonderful prize, and you can get hold of this entire ingredients list. Oh, this is looking very, very nice.
So can you smell all the cinnamon and the spices there?
I keep manhandling our phyllo pastry here. You've got to slap my hand if I lean on it again.
Okay, so now we've got the apples and the raisins there. We add a little bit of maple syrup just to sweeten it up ever so slightly. We don't want to add too much. And some chopped nuts, because we want a little bit of crunch in this recipe, which is great. These are toasted pecan nuts, which go so well with maple syrup. It really is a beautiful marriage made in heaven. So you create a lovely mix. And then we're going to start working with the phyllo.
Delicious.
So this is what we do.
Now this is the
exciting part.
The real danger in as well.
Yeah, for this recipe we're going to work with we make 4 rolls to get to our loop.
Sure.
And firstly, we start by dividing the mixture into 2 quarters.
The head of the serpent.
Yep. And we kind of create a little filling at the bottom here.
Just chuck it everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Throw it in the air. Have you seen how many food fights we've had on this set?
Now it's very important to brush phyllo, as we all know, because this is what prevents it from sticking and creates a lovely crispy layer. So just hold it and then work fairly quickly, getting all the butter down. You want to really cover the entire surface area.
I think it always seems to be the major danger with phyllo is that you leave it standing too long. Or
yes, it tends to dry out a bit, so it's good to and not to be afraid to work with it. I used to be quite afraid of it because it tears quite easily. But once you get
phyllophobia.
Yeah, once you get used to it, it's not a problem. And then you just literally sprinkle over some brown sugar over the surface area. This creates a lovely
treacly one.
Yeah, this is nice to use. Excuse, I'm making a little bit of a mess here this morning.
Oh, the muscovado. You know what? It looks good enough to eat. Straight.
This on its own is just full of flavour.
Absolutely.
Such a delicious. Yeah. You just want a very light sprinkling. Then you start rolling up on this end. I just like to tuck in the edges a little bit. And then, you see I tore it there, but it's not a problem. You just keep rolling.
Know your own strength.
Yeah.
You can always recover in the kitchen. You just got to roll with it.
That's the thing with phyllos. If you make a little tear, it's just another roll. It just covers everything. So that's great. So that you've got your little log.
Good.
What we do...
As soon as we're going to be bending this, you don't want to make it too full. You've got to give it a bit of play. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So then you want to lightly brush your pan with butter, and then we start filling it in like that. And then you carry on making further logs, and you fold them in. And eventually you will bake that. Once you finish, you'll brush the tops with some butter.
Obviously, with our ingredients already being pre-cooked, I'm assuming it's not for very long. We just want to get a nice crispy, want to bring out the nuttiness.
Yes, well, you bake for about 20 minutes in the oven. And when you take it out of the pan, this is what you get.
Oh,
which
that
is
looks
rather
delicious.
lovely. But we're not quite finished yet because we want to finish off with a little bit more maple syrup. We want it to get a little bit, you know, so we just drizzle
Let's
a
give
lot
it a
of
decadent edge. There we go.
maple syrup all over, which will now soak into
What
it.
I love about you guys, you all of our celebrity chefs and our food bloggers, you just touch an ingredient and it turns into artwork.
And then
Look
you
at that.
definitely want to decorate it a little bit with a few extra nuts.
Oh, that is delicious. If you would like this recipe list or you would like to get in on the action for one of those Selati hampers, SMS the keyword Selati to 33728 and we will send that on to you. Sam, that looks amazing. Looks absolutely delicious. I think we better take a quick recap. Not the most difficult thing to put together. So we put our pre-cooked ingredients together. We didn't go overboard. We just a little bit of syrup, a little bit of sugar into our phyllo pastry. Bake it for about 20 minutes, and you've got
Exactly,
what looks
that's
like
all
the
it is.
most delicious serpent. What did you call it? Serpent pie?
Moroccan serpent pie, apple pie.
Moroccan serpent pie. I love it, Sam. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank
This looks
you.
absolutely delicious. I'm going to savor half of this for myself now. I think I'll share this with my studio team for being so awesome. Thank you, Sam.
Okay,
It's
pleasure.
absolutely delicious.
Enjoy.
You can have half with me. We're going to take a quick break. We've got more phyllo surprises on the way. There's going to be a great way to get prepped for a very busy weekend. I know we've got one more day to survive, but I'm still thinking about the Cape pick and pay cycle tour. And maybe I think it's time to get some energy in. We'll see you after this.
The sweetness lingers longer with Selati and espresso.